Master's Guidance to a Disciple About Marriage by Thích Bảo Thành. That evening, a soft breeze moved through the Bodhi leaves as you sat before your master, carrying a heaviness you had held for a long time. You told him you loved your wife deeply, so deeply that one night without her beside you felt like the whole room turned cold and empty. You did not blame her. You only wished she would share her sadness and let you be someone she could lean on. The master listened quietly, then gently said, "My child, marriage is like a warm cup of tea. It stays fragrant when two hearts remain close and cools quickly when distance grows." He continued, "In your words I hear two things, a deep love and a deep fear of losing what you cherish. Those who truly love are not afraid of hardship. They fear only that the one they love suffers alone." The master poured tea slowly. You said that one night apart makes the bed feel long and your heart small. That is not weakness. That is love placed in the right place. But he added, husband and wife do not always breathe in the same rhythm. Sometimes one shines while the other dims. This is not loss of love. It is life's shadows. Holding a fallen leaf, he said, when your wife is tired, she doesn't need judgment. She needs a place to rest. You wish she would talk to you, and that is good. But someone hurting cannot always speak immediately. Be patient, like waiting for a flower to bloom, never pushing, simply staying near. He continued, for someone to be vulnerable, you must first be a place of safety. Safety is not saying lean on me. Safety is your calm presence, without judgment or pressure. If you want to keep someone, open your heart first. You fear her silence, the master said, but silence is not always distant. Sometimes she simply cannot name her fatigue. Listen to the things she cannot say. He added, in marriage, joy is easy to share. Tiredness is not. A wise husband reads with his heart. How she moves, how she breathes, the heaviness of her hands. These are often truer than words. Keep at each other through sincerity, not control. The master continued, you said it well, joy is shared, sadness is shared, but for her to speak, she must feel safe. If her sharing makes you sad or anxious, she will hide it. If she withdraws for a little quiet and you panic, she will step even farther back. Let your wife know she is allowed to cry, allowed to speak imperfectly, allowed to be tired. A woman opens when she feels. She will not be judged by the man she loves. The deepest pain, he said, is not having no one beside you. It is having someone yet still feeling alone. Instead of fearing loss, become the person she naturally wants to stay close to. When she is sad, don't question too much, just sit beside her. When she is tired, don't force strength, simply hold her hand. When her heart wavers, don't rush to fix, walk with her until she finds balance again. Love does not fix, love accompanies. People come together by karma, the master said, but staying together requires cultivation of patience, listening, forgiveness, honesty. Couples are not perfectly compatible from the start. Marriage is the practice of becoming compatible. If your wife moves to another room, it may be her way of finding breath, not abandoning you. One who loves waits, but waits peacefully. Love is not to possess, but to lift, stay together, not from fear of losing one another, but because being near each other brings peace. When the heart is peaceful, the home is warm. If your heart is steady, your home is warm. If your heart is restless, even with her beside you, you will feel cold. So what you need is not to control closeness, but to stabilize your inner heart so she can feel safe beside you. The master smiled softly. You want to keep your wife. Become the place where her heart finds rest. When she feels peace next to you, she will not leave, and then, no matter where you sleep, your hearts will still rest side by side.
In love, we all want someone to listen without fear, to stay when the world feels heavy, to breathe beside us when words disappear. No heart is steady always, no soul shines every day. But when we stand in presence, we help each other find the way. Be the place of peace, where another heart can rest, not by fixing every sorrow, but by holding space with gentleness. Love grows quiet, love grows deep, when we learn to simply stay. Be the place of peace, my friend, and you won't lose your way. Sometimes the ones we care for carry storms they cannot name, and silence isn't distance, it's the soul trying to breathe again. Don't rush to break the quiet, don't fear a fragile night. Presence is the lantern that turns darkness into light. Be the place of peace, where another heart can rest, not by asking for confession, but by offering your gentleness. Love grows steady, love grows warm, when we learn to simply stay. Be the place of peace, my friend, and you won't lose your way. Listen with the heart, not the mind that wants control. Let compassion be the doorway that welcomes back a weary soul. Strength is not in holding tight, it's in giving space with care. Love is presence, love is patience, love is saying, I'm right here. Be the place of peace, where another heart can rest. When you become a quiet shelter, life becomes a little less complex. Love grows deeper, love grows true, when the heart is calm each day. Be the place of peace, my friend, and love will never stray.